Hi guys, welcome again to my channel. If this is your first time, my name is Precious. On this channel, I help you understand that family and relationship is a work in progress through my videos. Consider to press the subscribe button and the notification bell, and thank you so much to all my returning subscribers. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about common mistakes people make when using ClearBlue ovulation kits. Common mistakes people make when using ClearBlue ovulation kit. This video is as a result of the questions that people have been asking me after I made the video on how to use ClearBlue ovulation kits to check for ovulation, and also the video I made on how to increase your chances of having a baby boy and a baby girl. So people have been asking me so many questions about how to use ClearBlue, when to use ClearBlue, and everything about ClearBlue. So I thought I'd make a video on common mistakes people innocently make when using ClearBlue, and this can actually affect the results of their test. At the end of the day, you don't want to spend so much money to buy this kit because, to be honest, it's very expensive and you don't get the result you want just because you've made one mistake or the other. So I'm going to be listing out the mistakes that people make innocently, right? Innocently, that actually affect the results of their ovulation test. Right. Without further ado, let's get talking. The first mistake people actually make is not buying enough. Right? So ClearBlue ovulation test kit comes in a pack of 10 and a pack of 20. I would always encourage you to buy the pack of 20. On the description section of this video, I'm going to be linking the pack of 10 and the pack of 20. In terms of affordability, I think the pack of 20 is actually cheaper. And secondly, if you buy the pack of 20, in case you don't get pregnant the first month, you know that you have more test strip you can actually use. If you actually use your test strip like prudently or use it very well, you might actually use it for 3 months, 3 cycles, if you do it very, very well and you know your cycle. One of the reasons people use a lot of strip at the end of the month is because they maybe started early, or they don't know their cycle and so many things, or they started testing twice early, or just something that has to do with using it too much or excessively. They get wasted. So when you buy a pack of 20, at least you know you're covered for at least minimum of 2 months or 2 cycles, instead of buying just one that is going to cost you a lot of money. So that's one mistake people make. If you're going to go for ClearBlue, I would advise to go for the pack of 20. It's cheaper, and to be honest, it saves you the hassle of having to start all over again, reading the leaflet and all of that. Because bear in mind, the pack of 10, the leaflet, what it says on the leaflet may be different from what it says on the leaflet of a pack of 20. So to save yourself the hassle, save yourself money, save yourself time, go for the pack of 20. If that the first month you get pregnant, praise the Lord, hallelujah. Another mistake people make, which to be honest, I am guilty of this, is not reading the leaflets. Every ovulation kit, every ClearBlue ovulation kit comes with a leaflet inside of it. One of the things that we do, we know the people who does that don't like to read leaflets, not just ClearBlue, but whenever they buy stuff, they ditch the leaflet and they start using the products without even reading the leaflet. And by the time they start having issues with the product, they now remember they have leaflets. I know, we know ourselves, right? We know ourselves. So you buy ovulation test strip or ClearBlue ovulation test, and you do not read the leaflet. I don't understand how you're going to get instruction, because bear in mind, there are some ovulation tests that's actually picks 4 fertile days. Like the one I've got here, it actually does pick, identifies 4 or more fertile days, right? 4 or more fertile days. And there are some ovulation test kits that actually picks only 2 days. There's some ovulation test kit that tells you that by the time you get to the peak, which is the steady smiley face, that it takes 24 hours, 12 to 24 hours to ovulate. There are some that will tell you that it takes 24 to 48 hours to ovulate. So how are you going to know all of this when you don't read your leaflet? Reading that leaflet saves you a lot of hassle. Reading that leaflet actually makes you do your test correctly, because there are so many things that people do, which I'm actually going to be listing. But it's actually written on that leaflet. Don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. But people just do it because they don't read their leaflets. So if you're one of those watching me now and you don't read your leaflets, this new year, change, okay? It's very, very important, because it can affect your result. What's the point? Like I said, buying an expensive ovulation test kit to get something that you really want, and because of not reading the leaflet, you don't get what you want. And at the end of the day, you may not even know it's because you didn't read the leaflet. How are you even going to tell that you're doing something wrong when you don't even know that it's wrong? So please, guys, when you buy ClearBlue ovulation kit, when you spend that amount of money, as soon as you open the pack, the first thing you want to do is to go on the leaflet and read from the beginning to the end. Beginning to the end, yes. I don't mean to search in a specific way. Oh, when am I going to start? No, beginning to the end. Don't start from the middle. Don't start from behind. Beginning to the end, right? Thank you so much. Another mistake people actually make is not using the right wee sample. Because I got this message a lot on my video. When am I going to test? What urine am I supposed to use? It says clearly on your leaflets. It's actually recommended that you use your first morning wee, which, to be honest, is common sense, right? Because you haven't weed for a long time. Your wee is going to be really concentrated. It's going to have everything that it needs to be inside there. By the time you test, it's likely going to get an accurate result. So what wee are you going to use? Use your morning wee, your first morning wee. So if you know you always wake up 5 o'clock in the morning, first thing in the morning, you wake up 5 o'clock, then you go for your wee, then you go back again and sleep and wake up 6 o'clock, use the 5 o'clock wee. Now, if you're testing twice, for people that I always advise that when the time you get your smiley face, blinking smiley face, you should start testing twice so that you don't miss out on when you're going to get your peak. So I would advise you that you use the wee. Let's say you're going to test by 4. Don't wee from 2 o'clock, right? Make sure that you don't wee for at least 2 to 3 hours before you test your wee to check if you're ovulating, if you're going to be ovulating. This is very, very important. The wee you use is as important as doing the test or not doing the test at all. Because if you use a wee that is less concentrated, you're not going to get the right result. It's like taking a blood sample or taking a sample that is contaminated or taking a sample that is not going to give you an accurate result. So it's very, very important. If you know you're going to use ClearBlue, use a wee that is very, very concentrated. Not a wee that you've just weed like 10 minutes ago and you want to go and wee again. No. Let your wee be concentrated to enable you or to ensure accuracy of the results. Another mistake that people really make, I don't think most people understand that they're making a mistake or it's actually a mistake, is the fact that I need to show you this one because it's very, very important. You know when you check for ovulation, right? You have actually explained how you're going to use this. So let me just show you what I mean by using one. I don't think I have that. Okay, I'm going to show you what I mean. So if I open this, right, and I want to check for ovulation using first wee in the morning, not wee in the afternoon. I've just finished weeing like 5 minutes ago, and having read all the leaflets, like everything on the leaflets. So if I insert this like this, don't forget it goes opposite. If I insert it, when you dip this inside of your wee, or you run your wee on it, the mistake people make is, instead of them to keep this holder like this while the result is reading, or leave it like this while the result is reading, they turn it like this. Like turn it upside down. That's where the wee is. You keep it like this. This is like a massive mistake. It's definitely going to affect the result. It's not meant to be like this. It's not meant to be like this. It's meant to be either flat. If you feel like you're tired, keep it like this, right? Keep it like this. Or you leave it like this. Actually, the best way is to just leave it on a flat surface. Cover it up, leave it on a flat surface. But if you leave it like this, like, okay, you're just waiting, holding it like this and waiting for the result, you're waiting for the wrong result. You're not going to get the right result. Very important. I thought I'd show you this because so many people have asked me, and it's very important I show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to put it back because I don't want to waste it. I might need it. So that's one mistake people make. Holding the holder upside down. You're going to get wrong results. Very, very wrong results. And that's the reason some people say, oh, it gives me this, it tells me smiley face now, and later it gives me steady face, or later it gives me blinking face after it's giving me you need to make sure that on your part you're doing the right thing. So the holder needs to be flat or like pointing down, not pointing up. Another mistake people make when using this holder is the power and the life of your test. This holder is very important. Another mistake people make when using this is, you know, when they've dipped their strip into the wee, instead of them to wait, it actually takes time. If you're using this for the first time, you'll be like, what's going on here? Why is this thing not giving me the result? It actually sometimes takes up to 5 minutes to tell you what the result is. So if you're very, very impatient, you might just press it and get it out early. So the common mistake people make is pulling out the strip early, prematurely. Just wait for the result. At the end of the day, the result is going to come, okay? So don't pull the strip out early. Don't press this part to get the strip out early, because if you pull it out, the result is not going to come. And if you try to put it back in, it might give you a different result. So please, when you're using this, allow the results to come out first on the display area before you take the strip out. Very, very important. Another mistake people make, this is the common one that so many people have asked me, is being impatient with smiley blinking face. Now let me tell you something that you need to understand, because I've been using ClearBlue for a very, very long time. For a very, very, very long time. There are times that the smiley blinking face can last up to 9 days. So most people say that steady smiley blinking face stays for a very, very long time. Because of that, they start being impatient. They start doubting the accuracy of the test. They start thinking, oh, it's not right. They just be impatient generally. So bear in mind that when the steady face comes out, that means that it's detected the surge in LH hormone, right? LH. So because it's not detected the surge, it's not going to show you steady smiley face until it detects that surge. And know that every woman is different. It might detect a surge in my cycle like 2 days after it starts blinking. It might detect a surge in your own cycle 5 days. It might detect yours 7 days. Everybody is different. All you need to do is to be patient. The fact that it's actually showing you blinking face, that means it hasn't detected the surge that results to ovulation taking place. So be very patient when you're trying to use this thing, because if you don't use it properly, you're not going to get the right result. Another mistake people make, which I think you don't make, I don't think you're going to make such mistake, because all of you watching me are super, super fantastic and super, super amazing. But you won't believe that people actually use their strip twice. I don't know why. I don't know if they're trying to save cost. I don't know if they're trying to check for something else, but people use their ovulation test strip twice. it's just not acceptable. Like, there's no reason you should do that. I know you don't do it on this channel, so I'm not going to waste my time talking about it. But if you know anyone who is using their test strip twice, tell them that they're wasting their time and they're wasting their efforts trying to know when they're going to be ovulating, if you're going to be using the test strip twice. Honestly, I don't know why people do that, but anyway. So another mistake people make as well is using the strip, right? When I mean strip, the one that goes into the holder, using it to test for pregnancy. I don't know if that works, right? But I just feel like it's for ovulation. Why are you using it to test for pregnancy? Just check that you're pregnant using the right tool. You can't use a tool meant for something else You may not be accurate with your result. So if you're pregnant or you think you're pregnant, ClearBlue has a pregnancy test that I'm going to be putting on the description section. It's going to be an affiliate link. You can purchase it, but don't use your ovulation test strip for pregnancy test. Why now? Another mistake people also make is, when you get that steady smiley face, the steady smiley face is not going to go off the holder for the next 48 hours. The reason is because that's when ovulation is supposed to be taking place. So you don't need to test anymore. People try to test with that smile, and honestly, I don't understand. Why now? You can't test when that steady smiley face is on the holder, is displayed on the holder. It's going to be there until it's now going to recalibrate and start afresh again. You cannot test. Allow the holder to get fresh air. Allow the holder to rest from the work that is just done so that you can start testing again. If you're using an instrument or you're using something, you want to give it some time to rest. It's designed that when that steady smiley face comes, you have to leave it for 48 hours before that display will go off. If that display does not go off, forget, you're not going to test anything. It's not going to happen. So that's one mistake people make, trying to test when the steady smiley face is already there on display. I don't know what you're testing for. And another mistake which most people make, a lot of people make, is because it's ClearBlue, is perfect. The fact that it's ClearBlue, the fact that it's an expensive brand, the fact that, it's one of the top brand for ovulation pregnancy is ClearBlue. People always use ClearBlue when, that's the top brand. So because that's the top brand, it's perfect. Just like every other thing is not perfect, right? Don't expect that it's going to be 100% perfect. Don't expect that it's going to work for you. It may not work for you. That's why there's so many options out there. I'm going to be making a video of different types of ovulation kits that you can actually use apart from ClearBlue. So people will know that ClearBlue is not actually the ultimate, right? It's an option and it's a very good option. But don't expect that it's going to be perfect. Don't expect that by the time you start using ClearBlue, you're going to get pregnant like straight away. Don't expect that by the time you start using ClearBlue, or everything is just going to go as planned because it's an expensive brand. No. ClearBlue is very, very good. I can testify to that, and I'm sure a lot of you will testify to that. But it's got its own wahala. Just like everything has its own wahala, ClearBlue has its own imperfection, which you need to bear in mind. So if you have any question about mistakes people make using ClearBlue, if you have anything at all that you think is bothering you when you're using ClearBlue, or you're confused about it, please let me know in the comment section. I am going to answer you. Another thing I want to advise you as well is that if you're using ClearBlue and you're using other products, I would advise you to stick to one product, because if you're using ClearBlue and you're using like 2 or 3 different types of ovulation kits, you're going to get yourself confused. You are going to get yourself confused. If you're up for the confusion, if you're ready for the confusion, that's fine. That's what you want to do. But I would just advise that stick to ClearBlue. If you use ClearBlue 1, 2, 3 months and it's not working for you, you switch to another ovulation kits. But using ClearBlue, using another one, using like 3 or 4 ovulation kits at the same time, babe, you're going to get confused. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope I've been able to answer a lot of questions based on this video. And if you have more questions, please let me know in the comment section. Just to let you know, ClearBlue is not sponsoring this video. It's just a video I'm making to assist and help my fellow ladies, fellow families, and to also help you to be able to get what you want. I pray that as you use ClearBlue, it works for you, okay? Thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed and you watched and you enjoyed this video, please press that subscribe button. Yes, press it, okay? And also press the notification bell. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Be grateful, be positive, and be yourself. See you on my next video.